Is drinking raw milk safe like RFK Jr. suggests? Can you reduce a glucose spike if you eat your food in, quote-unquote, the right order? I'm registered dietitian Abby Sharp. I host a nutrition myth-busting podcast called Bite Back with Abby Sharp, and those are just some of the questions I tackle with qualified experts on my show. There is so much food misinformation and disinformation out there, and it can feel impossible to know what's real and what's BS. On Bite Back, my goal is to help listeners create a pleasurable relationship with food, their body, and themselves, which in my opinion is the fundamental secret to good health. Listen to Bite Back wherever you get your podcasts.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
This is the Philly and Joe Podcast.
Hey, good morning. Philly and Joe on 92.1 City. Tom Sawyer and Rush kicking off a Thursday edition. Thursday already.
Mm-hmm. 1 day away from the name game, but what an incredible day we have for you planned today. We got some games. Not mind games, Phil.
No mind games here.
No,
none.
Just games to win some great tickets. We've got Rockin' Thunder tickets, a 4-pack of those to see Def Leppard, the headliners, on Wednesday, July 9th. We've also got tickets that are going to go on sale tomorrow for 3 great Canadian acts under one roof at Canada Life Center.
Mm-hmm.
Tea Party, Headstones, Finger 11.
And we're calling that contest. I'm no promo guy. In fact, I never worked in promotions ever in my radio career. I know you did, Joe. Did you not start in promotions?
I did. Yep. Way back in the day, I was actually out on the road doing a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff. Yeah, like on remote or...
like an on-air intern, or what were you, just mostly promo?
Well, yeah, I guess you could call it an on-air intern. Did that, yeah. Okay. On-location stuff, and then just produce shows for other people. But
all this to say that I'm not exactly Captain Ideas, but because we're going to play a clip from a Finger 11 song, a Headstone song, and a Tea Party song, like we did yesterday, and then we smash them together, and you got to tell us what 3 songs they are. I decided to call it, with your approval, T-Stone Finger.
I love it.
How about it? Do you understand why
how
I did
it?
that?
All right. I see what you did there. It's just not the letter T. You spelled it T-E-A, just in case anybody's looking at putting up a billboard or something.
Yes. Yeah. So you got Tea Party, so T.
Yeah.
And then Stone from Headstones, and then the Finger from Finger 11, T-Stone Finger.
That's it. Raise the roof.
And then Joe said off air, how about we start a contest called How About It?
Yeah.
We do need now, how would that contest work? I
have no idea.
We need to outline what would be involved in a How About It contest.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun morning, I can tell already.
You brought in donuts. We're all ready. The sugar high is real.
Philly Joe Podcast.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
Yeah, I just saw some guy on a bike blow right through a 4-way stop. He was very busy, lots of traffic, and he didn't stop at all. He wasn't on the sidewalk. He was on the road, and he just went right through the stop sign full speed. You want us to treat you like traffic and pass and give you lots of room so that you can stay on the road, and then you ignore every single road sign, and then you blame us.
Yeah, you do get – it's back and forth with cyclists. But you'll get that call a few times this summer where it's like, you know what? You guys got to follow the rules of the road as well.
Yeah. I still think one of the biggest issues we have here in Manitoba is the narrowness of our roads to include that bike lane area that's just painted. I don't mean where they've put, concrete down to create their own lane. I'm just talking about on your regular avenues where that painted bike lane, I find it very narrow.
It's tight. Yeah, your head's gotta be on a swivel. Okay, the hooligan. He called the other day pertaining to his son running in the Manitoba Marathon. Do you remember that?
Oh, you kidding? Gave it the Attaboy Award,
he
said.
Well, he's back, expanding on the story a little bit here.
Hey, this is kind of a part 2 of my son's running for the marathon. So the day before the marathon, I sent him this message. I know he's kind of like a pep talk, and there's a little sarcasm there, so... if people are listening, don't say, oh, my God. So I send them this message. I go, tomorrow's your day. I've trained and prepared you for this very important moment in your life. You are a great son and person who deserves everything good in your life. Remember, if you have to, chip anyone that gets in the way. I love you, son. No matter what place you come in, you always be first in my life. I'm going to cry. I should have been a motivated speaker or a life coach. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Look at this guy. Hey.
Even add a little joke in there about
Yeah.
tripping anybody that's trying to pass you. That's good.
Yep. Love it. Thanks for that call, Hooligan. Moving along here. This dude here, not at all disappointed that the Edmonton Oilers got beat. In fact, it sounds like he's tired of hearing about them.
Finally, the Stanley Cup has been won. We can all go back to rooting for our Winnipeg Jets. Time to put the Edmonton Oiler bandwagon to sleep. There's no need. Bullshit. All this. Bring the cup home. Bring the cup home. Did the Jets leave? Did we lose our hockey team? I'm unaware. I'm not sure what the whole hype about the Oilers is. Go Jets. Go. Go Jets. Go.
You're always going to get that. The second your hometown team gets eliminated, the debate immediately begins. Are we all cheering for the last Canadian team alive? It's inevitable.
Yeah, some do, some don't. And I think the last 2 years were quite interesting because of the love and some hate for Paul Maurice that Winnipeg has, right?
Yeah.
There's some people that weren't the biggest fans when he was here, but a lot of people fell in love with him with the whole Florida situation, and then even had a Nate Schmidt tie-in this year. I thought it was interesting. I mean, I gamble on games, so I never really root for a team specifically unless I've bet on them, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, like I wasn't passionately involved in the Oilers Cup run. I as far as a non-hometown team, I like McDavid a lot.
Yeah,
he's easy to. I find he's easy to root for. We were yelling and screaming for him at the Four Nations a few months ago. So I had no problem with seeing him win a Stanley Cup if it had gone that way. But
and you'll be cheering for him again with Team Canada since they launched some pretty good names to
the Olympics.
Get the roster. Yeah, that'll be fun next year.
Great. Yeah,
and World Cup next year too. Speaking of. International sporting events. Mm-hmm. Going to be a fun year.
A lot of great events. Loud guy. Oh, speaking of great events, the 92-1 City race. I don't like no news.
The race.
The race.
It's all it needs to be called.
No news on television coverage, whether it's CBC or NBC yet. We haven't heard.
We're working on a deal to go national with Rogers Sportsnet.
We have locked up the contestants.
No one's returned my emails yet. It's only been a couple of days, though. They're probably busy with some other stuff.
We have confirmed the contestants. Loud Guy's one of them.
I need to be in the 100-meter dash. I don't care where I finish. I'm training. I'm trying to get those calves Joe's looking for. And I could be the dark horse.
Yeah, Joe is the calf examiner in this race. If your calves are too ripped, you're out. Now, I think with the slots all confirmed, we might need to put together a waiting list because we're still getting submissions.
Joe, Philly, what's going on? It's the other Philly. I heard you guys are having some sort of race or something, and if it's against Philly, I mean, two of us need to duke it out. I mean, I'm not the fittest of persons, but I have a bad hip, and I heard his knees don't bend, so I mean, I think we have a fair chance. So, let me know. Anytime, hit me up. Love you guys once again.
Should we start a waiting list for this?
Well,
just in case?
You probably need a couple on standby for
standby
sure.
list.
We'll get him a seat if he's got a bad hip. But hold on.
Because there's a few people seem a little choked that they...
all our lanes are pretty much full.
The lanes are full. So a standby list will be put together for those who... Because we don't know what's going to happen. When we set the date, a few of these guys could not make it. And then we're going to need people like the other Philly to jump in.
Yeah. I'm going to have to send this list soon to our promotions department who are looking after this project.
We need the
because
bibs.
Right now I'm just... I have no idea.
The bibs where you have the number on it?
I'll bring some from my last time, I think, at Red Lobster or something.
Let's wrap with Lisa. And she is not confirming either way about the race. In fact...
Is she even talking about it?
She's not talking about it. Typical Lisa fashion. She's just talking about what she wants to talk about. Hopefully, Lisa will eventually get some kind of a word about the race and whether you're interested or not. But this is just one of those Lisa life updates here.
Hi, guys. They're still renovating my apartment.
Oh.
And I live in a little one-bedroom. And there's many people crying.
Crying.
Oh, yeah, noise complaints with drills and hammers in my head. And I think it goes until July. And then they shut the Louise Bridge.
Yeah, they
And
did.
my birthday is on Friday.
It is.
Tomorrow?
So I'm going to sit at home with a McCain cake.
Oh.
Yeah, drive safe. Sorry about all your problems, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, see, she was singing.
Anyway, cheers anyway.
The
Oh, yeah,
crying
and I feel
lion.
sorry for the bus driver that has to take those kids to school all the time. I'd quit.
Yeah, she gets annoyed at the kids easy. She said that. Yeah.
And I think she was showing a little empathy towards Motorhead guy there. That
The bus driver.
Yeah, called the other day because she does listen to the Bone Phone. She was singing along to Led Zeppelin there. You got to decipher the Lisa calls, but you're right.
like
She's
a code.
avoided the whole. She's avoided the whole topic of the race. Probably wants nothing to do with the race because they're renovating the apartment building she's living in. Goes till
Birthday.
July. Birthday tomorrow. McCain's cake. They're not like they used to be.
The deep and delicious.
They're not as deep and they're not as delicious.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
Boston Pizza text line. Darren says you guys should have 2 heats and top 3 face off in the final for the 92-1 City Bone Phone regular 100-meter dash.
Well, I can't say I know what the physical nature is of all the people coming into the race, but to race twice for 3 of them, is that really a win?
We are not doing heats. First of all, the organization that would go into tracking times, deciding who the finalists are, and you nailed it. The biggest point out of all of this is 2 heats. We're going to be lucky to make it through 1 heat without any injuries or any medical distress. To force to make 2 heats out of this, no way.
This has come up over the last few days on the Boston Pizza text line and even the Bone Phone, but this came in saying, can't believe you guys are doing a 100-meter run. The obvious is a 92-meter distance, and the saved 8 meters or 25 feet could make the difference between having a beer or making a trip to the cardiac unit for some of your, quote, athletes, which, we should be thinking about saving lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's come up. Some
It
people
has.
wondering if we should do just 92 meters.
I think it's 100 meters. Iron Mike, the boss,
He called that one.
he's running logistics on this. He's taking it over, and he said, because I tried. You'll remember, I tried to cut it back to 50 meters due to health and safety concerns, and he was like, If we're doing an Olympic-style race, it's going to be an Olympic-style race. 100-meter dash. That's what it's always been called. There's no 50-meter dash at the Olympics.
I'm going to tell you something about Iron Mike as well. He's like a referee in professional sports. He doesn't change the call. Like, even if he thought 92 sounded better, he's still going with 100.
He's not changing the call.
Right?
No, you're right. We couldn't convince him even if we tried.
Right.
It's
but
what
92
it is.
sounds great, but I think he wanted to make it official.
Yeah, sound like...
Own the podium.
That's right, yeah. And I do think, Iron Mike, throw this on your plate as far as the bibs with the names on them. Because then we would know. Because you're going to be doing the commentary, Joe. You need to be able to say, and here comes Philly on the outside, and he's going to pass Big Ed. Like, you have to know who the guys are.
I'm getting my eyes checked before the race to make sure. I don't know at what speed people are going to be racing, but I don't know if I'll be able to call out names.
We're not going to be moving very fast.
So I hope to get a few names. I think I'm going to do more of an intro for each racer. That would make sense.
I wanted like a
You want the
Don
play-by-play?
Whitman, Brian
Okay.
Williams style
We'll work on that.
play-by-play.
We'll work on that.
T. Kona says, let's make it a steeplechase. Not a chance. Jumping. He wants to throw jumping into there, right? That's what steeplechase is.
You're asking me?
You've never done steeplechase.
This is the Philly and Joe Podcast.
I've managed to retrieve some footage of Joe's breathing last night in the middle of the night as the power went out, which, of course, if you don't know, Joe has a CPAP machine, and if the power goes out, that's big trouble. So let's listen in here. And then Do you wake up immediately when the CPAP goes off?
Well, because there's no oxygen being boosted through the machine, so you kind of know.
Like, boom, is it kind of shocking? Like,
Well,
whoa.
yeah, because you wake up, like you think you're dreaming for half a second, and then you pull the mask off, and you're going, what the hell? And then you realize that the power went out, and then it kicks back on. The power. So what I did was I took the mask off. I put it down. I said, okay, I'll have to do without this. And then all of a sudden, about 4 seconds later, like everybody's waking up because the oxygen thing kicks on. It's like, yeah.
Now,
It's like somebody held, if somebody, you see it in movies every once in a while, when they pinch like the fluids going to, like the painkiller or something going through your system. Well, it's not like somebody pinched the oxygen hose.
Oh, now, of course.
And the power went out last night because of the storm. Out in Charleswood, anyway, we had thunderstorms. I don't know if all areas got it, but it started at about 9.
Yeah, we got hit a little bit, but we sure didn't get the amount of rain. Like, is it me, or did we not get, in Winnipeg anyway, the amount of rain we were thinking? Like, I left here thinking 5 to 10 millimeters. Woke up from my nap, and it was like, wow, we didn't get any rain this afternoon.
Yeah, nothing out in my area till nighttime. But remember, it's supposed to rain the day before, too, and we had nothing. So now there's 60% chance of showers tomorrow in the forecast, and then showers on Sunday. But the Red River X has kind of gone unscathed, right? I mean, that was always the talk. Hey, X is coming, going to get a lot of rain, but not this year.
Typically, it rains throughout the entire, it always rains during the X, but I think this is just one of those summers. Unfortunately, for the wildfire situation, we're just not getting very much rain at all, very much precipitation.
We got loud thunder out in my area last night, which has been very rare. We haven't heard that much of that this year either.
It got a little ominous looking in the sky at one point. I believe there was storms outside of Winnipeg, different areas. I was reading about that. But it's always alarming. First of all, when that sound, when the power goes off, you just the entire house shuts down, and then when it comes back on, it wakes you back up again.
Absolutely, the printer in the house is going off, and all of a sudden there's oxygen blowing through a machine again. It's like
what the printer went off when it reboots, right?
Yeah, it reboots.
For more Philly and Joe, log it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.
Can't imagine a generator would be quiet if now would the backup generator just fire up if your power went out?
Yeah, that's what it does, right?
Automatically.
Yeah, I can't remember. Must be an American commercial I saw on TV once. There was a company selling these backup generators for. You've seen that one?
I've seen that,
and they have it like right next. It would be like set up outside, like your air conditioner.
Yes,
right there, and there's the backup generator.
What's the name of the company? I see that commercial all the time, and they show the guy installing it, and then they have the fake actualities of the couples going, "We ain't never been happier with the backup generator. No more frozen pipes when the power goes out."
I know. That's it. That's why, and I'm gonna get one just so my CPAP machine continues to roll.
I want to see you on that commercial. I used to have trouble with the CPAP, and I wake up.
Generac. Thank you.
Yes. Oh man, that one. What programming? It's got to be. If you and I have both seen it, it's got to be sports programming.
There's got to be some properties here in Manitoba that live in some areas that would generate. The reason to have one, right? Like Generac.
Sure, yeah.
But I'm thinking about it now too. I mean, hey.
Well, I'm scared. It makes me a little nervous when your CPAP goes out in the middle of the night, and I joke a little bit, but look, a lot of people have CPAPs, and it keeps them alive.
It would affect, some people more than mine. I was half kidding, but I mean, it was pretty weird when you wake up and all of a sudden you can't breathe because there's nothing coming in. But for you, your fax machine, that thing can go off at any time. You don't want to kill that.
When I send a lot of faxes in the middle of the night, I schedule them
the best time
to be sent. So if the power goes out, it messes my whole time management for the following day. I'm like, I wake up and these faxes didn't get sent. Really?
You can't slow down the Aubrey machine.
No.
It keeps going.
A lot of people, most people, everybody's on emails, but I'm sticking to the fax. I just find it more reliable to get messages out there.
I do want to ask this then, because I've seen that commercial enough like everybody else.
Should Joe get one?
No, not me personally, but is Generac, something like that, is it quite common in Manitoba, and is it worth the price? Because I can't believe they're cheap.
Who has a backup generator?
Someone's writing in that they're all aimed at pretty much the Midwest in the U.S. and Tornado Alley. Well, we're kind of in Tornado Alley now, right?
And you in the winter when it's really cold out,
Yeah.
and if we get a long power outage, I don't know.
I need it for television. I need it to keep my cable running.
Those actualities are very convincing when I watch the commercial.
Absolutely. That's why I'm asking. Are they worth it?
And it's expensive, but I've almost purchased one. I've almost dialed the number a couple of times when I'm watching that.
I'll tell you, I would have loved to have been in that board meeting, too. They're going, listen, we're creating a generator. What are we going to call this thing? And then you got to go with, like, what are we going to call it? Someone came up with Generac, and I'll tell you right now, that guy is not even, or girl, is not even getting a bonus.
Yeah.
That name made it, and they're getting nothing extra for it.
And they got a standing Generac. Wow, brilliant.
This is the Philly and Joe podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get P&J into more ears.
Okay, I think I found something for you here, Joe, as far as a generator goes. Because the Generac that we see on the commercials is pretty expensive. Joe's power went out last night. He's got the CPAP machine. We're all worried about him here at the office that he can't lose the use of his CPAP machine in the middle of the night. So we're starting to talk generators this morning. We're getting lots of suggestions. But I think I found one here that might work. Not that loud. You just fire it up in the middle of the night. It's a Honda.
I could sleep through that.
Priced right. It's a Honda 1000.
Well, I'll tell you.
Honey, hang tight. I got to fire it up.
What did you say? Can't hear you. We're watching a movie. Got the generator on trying to watch a movie. We're getting a lot of responses about Generac and generators. And one person here says, I'm an electrician, put quite a few Generac models in, and you do need an alternate source to generate power, natural gas, propane, and that works great here in Manitoba. And because we do have so many power outages. But so it's amazing how many people have a generator, have, I think Generac, somebody was telling us, $5,000 to $10,000 they go for.
Okay, and like I remember thinking that's expensive, but if I had loose cash hanging around, I think it's the commercials are well done. So I feel like whenever I'm sitting there on the couch and I see those ads, I'm like, I'm looking for my wallet, but then I'm like, no, I can't really afford one.
And there is a lot of people are suggesting the smaller generators just so you can have a backup. Well, there's a backup battery plan for things like CPAP and that too, right? A lot of those things have. So
where it just automatically goes into play if the power goes out?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I think they used to have those with like alarm clocks and that too, right? A battery backup. A lot of different things could use that too, but man.
It's amazing how many people have the backup generators on the Boston Pizza text line here. Yep. Like people are weighing in all over the place with different generators. I think if you
and in Winnipeg too, not just outside the city.
Okay, well, it's just something to start thinking about. I don't know. It's a gift idea or for JoJo.
I'll tell you right now, it sounds like a great anniversary gift.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
This is the Philly and Joe podcast.
Here we go. Rock and Thunder tickets on the line this morning. A lot of buzz about this show. 780 City, 780, 2484. Talking Def Leppard, Joan Jett, Foreigner, Toque.
And Generac.
Well, that's actually not...
I really am thinking now with, again, a backup plan. Like, because so many people on our text line have been talking about this. It's really getting me revved up.
Okay.
About, you want one?
And
Maybe I could get us a deal.
Can you get a 2-for-1?
Well, I don't know. Something.
We'll get back into the Generac messages because there is a lot of advice coming in for Joe on a potential generator. And we'll get into some of these text messages in a bit.
You could use one, too.
If you're getting one, I don't want to be like, FOMO. I don't want to be left out. If you're getting a Generac, I guess I'll have to get one too.
It's a Winnipeg way. You say, I think if we ask for 2 of them, we could get a better price. 7%. It's not a big number here, but 7% of people that took this survey said they have found true love here. Where did they find true love? 7% of people.
Okay. 780 City, 780 2484. You can use me as a lifeline or the Boston Pizza text line. Good morning. Go ahead with your guess.
Oh, boy. At a park?
Not a park. Good answer.
Yeah, you're walking, and then maybe you're walking your dog, and someone else has a dog, and you start talking. Can happen.
And you probably see them on a regular basis because we are creatures of habit sometime, right? Oh, same park, same time.
Very true. Good morning, City.
I'll take Philly, please.
Okay.
Where did you find true love, my friend? 7% of people say they have found it here.
Let's, well, there's the obvious answers that would be a higher percentage. So I got to think 7% somewhere where you would it be somewhere where you're like, whoa, that's surprising? That's why that number's
I was surprised.
So low?
Yeah, I was quite surprised.
Well, let's go something just totally off the board, dentist. Because who on earth would find true love at the,
Waiting room. I'll give you the waiting room. Okay. 3. Number 3. Common ground. Who hasn't fallen in love talking about their root canal?
Oh, my tooth is so sore.
But like doctor's office, right? Something like that. Waiting room.
I think I have a cavity. Can you have a look for me before I get in to see the dentist? How does it look back there? Good morning, City.
Morning. What about on vacation?
Not vacation.
It'd be higher than 7%, I bet.
But you're probably the closest we've had so far by saying vacation.
Vacation, there's a good...
It's warmer.
Vacation is warmer, says Joe. Rock and Thunder tickets, headlined by Def Leppard on the line. Good morning, City.
Good morning. My coworker sitting next to me just took my answer, so I'll take a lifeline, please.
Okay, so you and your coworker are sitting there on your phones and you both got through back to back?
We did, yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Amazing.
So do you want the text line as a lifeline or me?
Let's try text line today.
Vacation.
Please.
Vacation was a great answer.
Okay. The
It's warm.
airport. The airport is the...
That's a closer answer.
Okay. Thank
Airport
you.
is closer.
Even closer than vacation. Airport. 780 City. 780 2484. So if you're, in case you haven't been playing along, I'll fill you in. The airport is very close, says Joe, and so is vacation. Go ahead with your guess.
Hi, can I use Philly as a lifeline?
Yeah. Let's go public transportation, like on a bus.
No, sir.
Sorry, man.
No, sir. Vacation, warm. Airport, even warmer. 7% of people say they have found true love here.
Good morning, City. Go ahead with your guess.
I'm going to say the airport security.
Not airport security.
Oh, once that wand makes its way over your body, beeping.
Yeah. Put your arms up, go through the yeah. Hold your wallet.
Hi, City.
Hey, boys, it's PB3 out in Thunder Bay.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear you guys.
Woo! Let's go! We even got PB1 over here.
PB1 made the trip to T-Bay, did he? Wow.
Yeah, Boss Man's out here with us.
Boss Man's taking you guys to Eastside Mario's out in T-Bay.
I sure hope so.
You guys put your heads together and come up with a guess or what, poor boys?
No, I'm going to go based off personal experience here. I didn't hear your other answers, but I feel like through conversation everybody's figured out I'm from Alberta, but I met my wife, Manitoba, off of TikTok during COVID, so I'm going to go off social media that's not dating sites.
Okay, great answer, but no. Nothing. No, that's all right.
Say hi to the rest of the PBs for us. You guys...
Oh, will do, fellas. You have a good one.
You too. And these guys listen on the Seeker app all the time because people wonder if they can ever get in on a contest through Seeker. These guys manage to do it while they're working construction.
And they got the boss there with
They got
them.
the boss.
Good morning, City. Go ahead with your guess.
Hi, I'm wondering if it's while waiting for your luggage at the airport.
It's not waiting for your luggage. Okay? It's a step. It's a step out of the airport. We've had vacation. We've had airport.
Good morning, City.
On an airplane.
Yes, sir. On the plane itself. 7% of people said they have found true love on the airplane.
That makes sense, right? If you're flying by yourself and you're single and someone next to you is doing the same thing.
100%.
Could have. You start talking about your Generac. Next thing you know, you're in love.
I'll tell you what, the Generac does come up in conversation a lot.
What's your name?
Chris.
Chris. Way to go, Chris.
Yep.
Philly Joe Podcast.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
we were talking about generators, some power outages, and it's amazing how many people here in Manitoba, even in the city, that have picked up some kind of generator.
Before you keep going, can I just play this?
Oh, yeah.
30 seconds. This is kind of where... So it got going early this morning with Joe being concerned about the quick power outage he had last night and his CPAP machine.
Yeah.
And then we started yakking about the Generac, those commercials we see all the time.
With a home standby generator from Generac, you won't
This
need
one.
to move a heavy portable generator into place, which also means no extension cords through windows and doors or refilling gas cans. With Generac, when the utility power goes...
So the gas cans, I don't know if you have them under the bed, and like for your... do you have a generator on standby?
No, I don't, but that's why I love this commercial, because it covers off a lot of bases. I'm too lazy to haul a generator, and I'm too lazy to go get jerry cans full of gas. This would be perfect.
Yeah, you don't want to keep them in the bedroom just
No.
in case the power goes out either. That's not a good smell.
A lot of people have suggested everything from battery packs, right? Battery backups that you can get for electronics, all the way to this unit right here, the Generac, and it had you convinced that frozen pipes.
Well, that's a big part of the commercial. If I had kept going there, the one woman, a testimonial. Well, I'm worried about the frozen pipes. We live in Winnipeg. It gets cold.
And people are giving different suggestions of different companies outside of Generac that have them, because we heard the Generac unit costs between $5,000 and $10,000, I guess, depending on what you're doing. I love this one from Clint. Ever since that big ice storm about a decade ago, I bought a generator. In caps now, haven't used it once. But I guess that's a good thing, right? Clint's helped himself by getting it in the first place, I guess.
It's the peace of mind,
Yes.
ILO.
Peace of mind. So there's a few people suggest, because we thought maybe if we get two of them, we'll get a better
kind of a
price,
deal,
because
yeah.
that's the Manitoba way.
Is there like a coupon?
Well, sometimes
2
you'll
for
find a
1.
rebate. Usually when it comes to that kind of stuff, it's a rebate, right? You pay and then you got to mail it in to get.
Okay.
Oh, hey, listen. My buddy actually suggested here that the casino, they would have a backup generator for sure. Those machines can't go down.
Casino? Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
sure.
They got about 10 generators, like a massive generator.
Yeah, and then of course we had one person text us saying they got nailed with their sump pump not working because of something, and it cost them thousands of dollars. So a generator now as well. So
we're hearing from lots of people who have the backup generators. And Joe, I feel like you're on the fence here. I feel like as we've rolled along this morning, the more text messages you see, the more Generac commercials I play for you, that you're leaning towards getting one.
Well, this is a big purchase. There might be somebody else involved in the conversation. The truck's not backing up with the Generac
This is going to
unit.
be a sales guy in your house when you get home.
You know
today.
what? It wouldn't surprise Christy if one day there was because this thing's getting installed, and she goes, "What is this?" And I go, "It's a generator. What if the power backs up? How am I supposed to be watching the Bombers or something play this
Wouldn't
weekend?"
surprise Philly Joe Podcast.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
Here we go. Time for T-Stone Finger. Came up with that name myself
You
very
did.
early this morning.
I'll
and
tell you, you've been very proud of that.
Very proud.
T-Stone Finger. And if you missed how you came up with this incredible name, the Tea Party, Headstones, and Finger 11 are coming to town. I believe the date is December 1. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. There is a pre-sale today, and the password starting at 10 a.m. is Treble, T-R-E-B-L-E.
Actually, Russ on the text line said, Philly, did you say pea-stained finger? No, that's not the name of the contest.
I'll tell you, if that's a contest, it ain't happening here.
780 City, 780-2484. Here's the deal. There is a song from each of these bands. Finger 11, the Headstones, and the Tea Party. It can be in any order. It's a clip. A little clip. We're going to play for you here, and you have to tell us what 3 songs these are. Not the band. We know what bands they are.
Yeah.
What songs these are.
By title.
Okay, here it is. Listen closely before you call.
Nervously, Billy's got a PhD in desire.
So I think it's pretty easy, but I thought yesterday's was easy, and it took us a bunch of calls to get the winner. So let's play it one more time.
Nervously, Billy's got a PhD in desire.
So this is for tickets to go see Finger 11, the Headstones, and the Tea Party. Tell us what 3 songs you just heard, or what clips. What you know what I mean. Good morning, City. You have a guess for us?
Sure. The Finger 11 song is Paralyzer.
Click, check. Not click, check. Go ahead, yeah. Next.
The Headstone song is Cubically Contained.
No.
It is not. No.
Did get one of them, though, so that's, for everybody else.
It helps somebody else. You're on the score sheet. You get an apple for that.
Definitely. 780 City.
Hello.
Good morning. Do you know those 3 songs?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, go. Oh, no. Are you still there?
It's like a hold on.
He's like he put
his
us
work
on
phone.
hold by
Yeah.
accident. Are you still there?
Hello.
Oh,
I'm
man.
here. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, we thought you put us on hold.
Yeah, no, I got a big earlobe. It does that sometimes.
Okay. Go ahead. You know those 3 songs.
Yes, I do. It's Paralyzer.
Check.
Smile and Wave.
Check.
And Temptation.
Yeah!
You are on hold no longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, tremendous.
Yeah. How about it?
You got it. You don't only how about it, you got it.
He's dropping them all.
He's dropping them all and put us on hold, all in the same phone call.
And he has a big earlobe. What's your name?
My name's Ron.
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 You're good dude. Congratulations. You're going to see those 3 legendary Canadian bands.
Oh, I'm so pumped, man. That's awesome. Thank you very much.
You know what? People are going to be looking for the guy with the big earlobes at this concert on Monday, December 1st.
Look at the size of those lobes.
It's got to be Rob. Hold on.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
Hit us up wherever you get this podcast and rate and review the show.
Good fortune will come to you.
Actually, we can't promise that, but we'll cross our fingers.